Hey everybody, how's it going today? It's me, Captain Energy. Today we're going to talk a little bit about saving money on equipment and how you can do it and how not to give in to gas. Let's start with what's going on in the world right now. What's going on in the world right now is Superbooth is in full swing, and all these manufacturers are coming in with these super amazing new synthesizers that will blow your mind and your budget. Now, not for nothing, I think Teenage Engineering's OP1 is a pretty cool little gizmo. Would I want one? Sure, I'd take one. If somebody said, hey, here's an OP1, play with it, see what you think. If you like it, you can keep it. Maybe you'll even say some nice things about it for us. Teenage Engineering, hey, feel free to send me an OP1 field. I'll be glad to take a look at it and review it for you. However, I don't care how nice it is. It is not worth $2,000. The OP1 existing OP1, which started out at $800, somehow is now selling for $1,400. Is it because chips are in short supply? Is it because demand is high and Teenage Engineering just figured, hey, we can make more money selling this thing now? That's probably more what it is than it is a situation where they couldn't get the parts. If you've seen inside of that thing, there aren't that many chips in it, honestly. So chip shortage, I kind of have to say I don't think that that's really the problem. There's not a lot going on inside of it as far as parts. If it's not that it needs a lot of equipment that's hard to get, it might be hard to get, not sure about that. But if it's not that, then it's probably greed and trying to make money off of it. And I'm not saying that greed is, necessarily the full driving problem here. The thing is, with the chip shortage coming into full play and the world being where it's at and the United States about to go into a recession and all that kind of thing, manufacturers are looking and saying, okay, we need to find a way to support our company through this trying time. We're going to sell less units. So what we've got to do is we've got to raise the price of the units we're selling to get the money we need to stay alive from the people who will buy it regardless. So that's what they're doing. They're raising prices to get more money and try and weather the storm. Am I 100% sure this is what's going on? This is a hypothesis. This is my thought process, okay? I'm not looking at documentation that says this is the case. I'm not picking on Teenage Engineering. Oberheim has a $5,000 new synth coming out. Okay, yeah, okay, $5,000 is a little steep for a synth that could probably be $3,000. And yes, I know it took a lot of research. I know it took a lot of development. Personally, after I've bought one very high-priced synthesizer in my life, which was a Montage, in my opinion, was a lot of money to me, $3,000 at the time, I wouldn't do it again. Not because I don't love my Montage, I do. But did I get $3,000 worth of music out of it? I don't feel like I did. I don't perform. I don't play out. I work in a recording studio in my house. And I make music for me and to post here and there and maybe to see what happens with, I put it up on the internet and see what people think. But it's kind of getting to the point where there's a lot of people doing that kind of thing, even the ones who are DJs and whatnot, but they think for some reason they've got to spend all this money on equipment to get there. Well, you don't. Software has come a long way. Processors and computers have come a long way. You can get yourself a used Macintosh off eBay for about $500. Get yourself a DAW. Your DAW could be anything from the included GarageBand to, you want to get Logic? Get Logic. It's not a bad DAW. Or get Cubase for $329. Get the Artist Edition. And you'll have everything you need to make music right there. All you'll need, everything software-wise and a computer. All you'll really need at that point is a decent controller. If you're, keyboardist or pianist or whatever, you'll want a keyboard to play your music on. Maybe you aren't. Maybe you just want to use pads. But you can get something like I use the MPK 249 from Akai, or you can get the Arturia solution, or you can get Nectar, M Audio, Native Instruments. Everybody makes controllers. The reason I like the Akai MPK 249 is it's got 49 keys, it's in the name, and 16 drum pads. Plus I have modulation, pitch bend. I have 8 sliders, 8 knobs, and I can assign those freely to whatever I want. Okay, so it gives me some control. I like the way it feels. The keys have a nice amount of springiness to them. They're not weighted, but I'm a synthesizer keyboardist, not a pianist. If you don't have crazy money to spend on that, $100. You get yourself the MPK Mini, which is a nice little synth controller, I should say, not synth. Or you get yourself something like this Korg. If you really want the buttons of an OP1, hey, here you go. Feels just like an OP1, actually, almost exactly the same as the OP1 keyboard. I love that little controller. I take it with me everywhere because when I travel, I bring a computer with me, a little audio interface, and I can make music anywhere. Oh, and a pair of headphones. But yeah, that's really all you need. So, controller, audio interface, computer, DAW, and other software if you want some others, VSTs or whatnot. That's all you need. Everything else is optional. If you want the sound of classic synthesizers, Arturia just released their V collection, their virtual collection, $500, 33 cents. And they all sound very authentic, really nice batch of synthesizers. If you don't want to spend money, just go to Full Bucket. Full Bucket has a ton of synthesizers, really good sounding ones, for free. Now, they're open source, and he does ask for donations, so I encourage you, please do donate to help him, pay his bills, keep the lights on, and continue to update them. It helps everybody out when you donate. I think that's enough of a rant. Basically, if I were to consolidate the whole thing into a couple sentences, don't spend money you don't have on equipment you don't need. Check to see if there's a software solution, and think about what you really need to get the job done before you move and just buy stuff because it shines and sparkles. I love shiny, sparkly things, but they're not always the answer. I do plan on doing a video series of taking some of the new, as I said, sparkly synthesizers that are out right now, and trying to emulate their capabilities in software. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know in the comments. I think I might start with the OP1 to get going and kind of really look at it and see what we can do to get the features that it has in your hands, all right, without actually having to spend $2,000. Let me know if that's something you're interested in, and I will be here working on my next video. Have an awesome day. Thanks for coming over and checking it out. I will see you all soon. Please be safe and think before you spend. I mean, it's a trouble. It's a problem for all of us. Trust me. If you think I've bought a lot of equipment that I kind of have thought, did I need that? See you next time. Bye.